matchup progresses, but a great way to kick things off. Remix Pro has always been famous for showcasing stellar athletic women's competition. Of course, we'll crown a women's champion for the very first time later on in this DVD. But it's great to start things out with yet another contest with two legitimately world-renowned, world-traveled individuals.
Well, absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. This match right here could be main event almost anywhere in the country. That's what Remix is all about.
Absolutely true. Both ladies starting out very cautiously, tentatively in a fighting stance. The Hybrid Fighting Championship really lives up to its name. It's a hybrid of styles. It's defended in all forms of professional wrestling and hand-to-hand combat, including mixed martial arts, including lucha libre, the Japanese style, the American style, even death matches. So Hailey Hatred has really been through the rigors of all different styles of professional wrestling to hold on to that championship. The championship, she actually, wait a second there, check out the reversal. Check out the great neck strength as well as Hailey Hatred to bridge her shoulders off the canvas with that exchange.
Well, that's exactly what I was about to say, Joe. You have to have a strong neck to survive in the world of the pros, and you can tell the importance of this match because you see how both competitors dipping a little toe in the water, very cautiously locking up in the beginning.
Big night tonight. The Monster Abyss is with us. He has been missing for many months, but he has resurfaced here at Remix Pro Wrestling to do a bit of a favor for Adam and Joe, the front office, the 2/3 of management, and their continuing war with the anti-heroes that we will follow closely throughout the next couple of hours. Colt Boom Boom Cabana, the internationally traveled star, is here as well. And right now it's Hailey Hatred with a slight advantage of Mia Yim. Hailey actually, even though it's a Japanese-based title, she won that championship in Mexico, where she survived an 8-woman tournament. Certainly the TLW Women's Championship close to her heart as well. She's had over 20 successful defenses of that championship in Japan. A lot of titles sometimes they get hot potato back and forth, but Hailey Hatred hanging on to that belt for quite an impressive duration.
And as you know, some of the toughest competitors in the world are in Japan.
It's a different style. It's a more physical style. It's a style more based on respect and hand-to-hand combat and athletic competition and strikes, as opposed to a lot of the glitz and glamour and flash that you might see in the American style.
Sure, and what we're seeing right now is just a clinic and back-and-forth wrestling.
It's Hailey just burying the knee right into the side of Mia Yim. That cuts off Mia's potential leverage to get back to her feet. Hailey had pro control of that armbar, that hammerlock. Mia right back up, and notice Hailey just trying to drop her right back down.
Well, Mia had supreme control of the wrist. If you control so much of a person's body just with that little joint right there in the hand.
I had a chance to follow Hailey Hatred's career. I'll get it out eventually. In depth when she was still based here in the United States, and pound for pound, she may be the toughest female athlete anywhere in this industry.
Well, yeah, you can tell that even just by looking at her.
What tilt-a-whirl slam, and barely got a count of two on it. Mia Yim, infamous for being one of the crown jewels of Embassy Limited right now in Ring of Honor on national television. She's hanging out with the barrister Artie Evans-Cristanana, and of course their new prize, Tommaso Ciampa. So certainly in very high company, and I can't forget, of course, about Mr. Ernesto Osiris either, someone I'm well acquainted with. And check out the agility of Mia Yim, almost Spider-Man-esque to catch herself on the ring ropes and drops down, and Hatred hits the outside.
And what incredible timing by Mia Yim. And I don't know what she's setting up here, but...
Well, Hailey doesn't know either, and that's the key. Straight kick right upside the upper body. That kick was so physical, she hurt her own ankle.
Absolutely, and I didn't see that coming, and I can tell you Hailey didn't see it coming either.
I think Hailey was bracing herself for some kind of a dive there, perhaps attempting to move out of the way, but really she moved right into the sights of that kick.
Yeah, can't move out of the way of that shin.
And Hailey is noticeably stunned and alarmed right now by that maneuver of Mia. And a steam and just a rolling cannonball in the corner. All of Mia Yim's body weight just colliding into Hatred's 2-0. And think about the international headlines we can make here tonight if two prestigious Japanese-based titles can change hands here tonight at Royal Battle, in addition to the crowning of our own women's champion.
Well, that's a great point, Joe. I mean, it's headlines already before the match even happened. Imagine if there was a title change. But have you noticed a big change in the match now? Ever since that kick on the outside, it's been much more violent, obviously, toward Hailey Hatred so far.
Absolutely, much more one-sided as well. And I can't recall a time when these particular championships have been defended here on U.S. soil. And certainly we've seen in a variety of other promotions, New Japan, All Japan, Pro Wrestling Noah. Once every large number of years, you'd see them pop up on a national scene or even a local scene. Hatred with a mid-air adjustment of the body weight. Almost a modified T-bone suplex to take over Mia Yim. But a little bit of a cocky cover. I think that's the U.S. style of Hatred coming out once again.
Well, sure, if there had been a deeper pin, I think that would have easily been it. But if you notice, Mia Yim, very quick, didn't go all the way to the other ropes, turned mid-ring and went right back for the offense on Hailey Hatred. Unfortunately, backfired on her.
Hatred drives her weight onto Yim in the corner, and there's a receipt for that kick earlier. Right between the shoulder blades, you can see Mia wince in pain.
And those kicks to the spine will just take the breath right out of you.
Don't forget, fans, later on we also have a dream match. First time ever one-on-one for the Remix Pro Championship, as Michael the Bomber Prasad, the suburban terrorist, the Neon Ninja, will be challenged by former Tough Enough star and a man who's been to 16 countries. M-Dog 20, Matt Cross, the challenger. We've been waiting for his debut for a year's time, and Remix Pro finally happens here tonight.
And we're way up top here now. You saw Mia Yim, weak as a kitten, the air knocked right out of her.
Could be all or nothing here. Hatred is a superplex. Nicely done. That could do it. All the way and rushing out of Yim, and she got no. Near fall.
And I love a good superplex. And as you notice, really, Hailey Hatred working the back of Mia Yim. I don't know, obviously the professional that she is, she's going to capitalize on that as we move forward here.
It's very into the systematic dissection of her opponent, and right back up in enemy territory.
Well, and Mia Yim does not want to be up here again.
It worked favorably the first time. The second time, the jury's still out. Both ladies are attempting to get some positioning here, some leverage. Yim wins out. Another sharp kick right to the face this time, right in the mouth. And beautiful Hurricane Rana, nicely done. Hatred is stunned. And Yim collides through with another kick. Got her, no.
Well, you see how quickly the tables can turn, especially with these athletes we have here in Remix Pro Wrestling, world-class athletes. You're not going to see this action anywhere in the U.S., that's for sure.
And Hailey clutching at her chest area. She may be having a lot of trouble gaining her breath. Yim with a breathtaking high risk, a corkscrew, nobody home.
And they call it high risk for a reason, Joe.
And now you see Yim, mouth wide open, gasping for breath. She knocked the wind right out of herself. And Hatred zoning in. She can sense the end could be near. I'm just going to deadlift her right off the canvas. Amazing strength. Deadlift into a German with a bridge.
Did you see that beautiful bridge? Just pure strength.
And a clothesline. Follow through. And she got her that time.
A fury of offense.
Mia Yim never recovered.
This match. And still Hybrid Fighting Champion and TLW Women's Champion, Hailey Hatred.
She never recovered from that big high risk off the top. It did not pay dividends here tonight. And Hatred, Mia was able to hang on a little bit longer against Hatred, but that clothesline just finished things off.